Hello, everyone. Good evening and good morning to everyone across the world. This is Lord Von-Ikari bringing you back a live reaction to chapter 1070 of One Piece. We had a 1 week break since chapter 1069. We've had a tons of stuff happening last chapter with some of the seraphims showing up. As Hawk, as Bear, as Snake, and as Shark coming to play. We don't know what will happen next. As we all know, as we've seen last week, Sentamaru has been taken out by Lucci Gucci in his awakened form, and we'll see. We all know that the CP9 agents have this obedient chip or some sort of mechanism or device that they use to control the seraphims, but based on last week's information, that's kind of trumped over by the punks, by Vegapunk. So if Vegapunk wants to, he can just go down and say, hey, no, don't follow their orders, follow us, and get rid of CP0. Again, that's something that could happen. Let's see if that will happen in this week's chapter. So again, I have chapter 1070. I'm reading this at TCB. And by the way, joining us today is my best friend and co-host for PurpleLaughtrip, the other channel that we have, the vlog channel that we have. And there is Sean. Sean, say hi.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Hello, good morning, wherever the time you are.
Good morning and good evening, everyone. Yeah. So we got a cool front cover for Shonen Jump. I'm assuming this is in celebration for Christmas and the New Year. All the popular Shonen Jump characters that are available in the manga are showing up here front and center. Definitely Luffy with Uta, and Deku on the other side, the character from Jujutsu Kaisen beside Luffy. The Forgotten Son gone. Coach Anzai, which I know he ain't Coach Anzai, that assassin or retired assassin store clerk. Ain't that right, Sean?
Yes.
And Black Clover. Some of this other stuff I'm not familiar with. This is the zombie guy. I think this duo, the zombie dude and the girl, they'll be canceled soon because their series is wrapping up. The girl with the weird old school hat at the top left, the one on top of the redhead dude, I forgot the title of this series, but it's quite unique. This is a marionette that wants to have a body of one of the protagonists, hence why she's protecting it, because the guy made a deal with her that if she kills all the other marionettes, she will have his body. Pause. It's not what you guys, a lot of your deviants are thinking. But yeah. All right. Hope you guys will enjoy or will be enjoying the stream. I'll also be posting a edited video for this live stream so that you guys can watch it but a lot more shorter version. But right now, let's start. Chapter title is The Most Powerful Beings. So, this is exciting. This is exciting. The chapter title is exciting. Why is that the title chapter? Why? Is this going to show off more of what Luffy can do? Or is this going to show off more of what Lucci can do? The most powerful beings. Like, are the most powerful beings in One Piece the awakened Devil Fruit users? Are we going to see Kizaru show up? Is it time? Is it time for Kizaru to show up?
No.
Just literally dropping a huge boulder on top of that area. No, they literally just no. Okay. So again, most powerful beings, chapter 1070, One Piece. I see that forehead. That's Vegapunk. What the hell is this?
That's Vegeta. Irma 66 cold-blooded voyage. The promising scientists gathering for all the sake of the world and all mankind. So, is this a flashback?
This is a flashback cover story. Okay.
Are those eyebrows or those shades?
Huh?
Are those eyebrows or those shades?
Those are eyebrows, bro. Those are eyebrows, bro. If you look further down, you'll see his eyes where it is, and you'll see the shades. But, bro.
Okay, because I see Caesar, I see Vegapunk, I see Sanji's dad. Who are the other two?
Who's the other guy at the left?
Yeah.
That's Queen.
Oh, that's Queen when he was still
with Mads.
thin.
Yeah, when he was still with Mads. Dang.
So
now the question here is, we got Queen, we got Caesar, Vegapunk, and Judge. Who's the chick?
Might be Sanji's mom.
Might be Sora. Maybe. Again, maybe. But I got a theory on that. Because if you remember last week's chapter, Stussy, one of the CP0 agents, the girl, was very well informed about Egghead Island. So my hunch is that is probably Stussy. Again, just throwing it out there. It might be Stussy. It might not be Sora. But if it is Sora, it makes sense as well. It does make sense because she is quite intelligent. She was able to make that concoction that she drank so that her pregnancy, or was hoping that her pregnancy won't end up the way that Judge was hoping. But sadly, it ended up just happening itself, where all of her kids, or all of their kids, ended up as superhumans with little to no emotions except for Sanji. So that might be the case. Dude, they look like a freaking rock band. When I scrolled down, I saw that Vegapunk and Caesar were holding like a bass or a guitar, and then I saw, oh, those are muskets. That would have been amazing if the first panel we saw, the cover story shows the Mads group was not a science group but was a rock band.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. That would have been amazing. And it would be Oda. It sure hell would be an Oda move to do that. So let's see. Okay, so we're starting off with the aftermath of Lucci. Literally hearing Sentomaru.
Sentomaru.
Oh, sorry, Sentomaru, yeah. Luffy, battle axe! Thud. Sorry.
Yes, he had the flames, so yeah.
What?
Okay, so the flames on Lucci's back.
Yeah, the smoke flames. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he had the flame. He had the flame. So that means anyone who is awakened for a Zone 1 should have those.
Yeah. Again, that's the speculation for now. That Zoan that are awakened, or because again, just to probably insert this in, there have been Zoan users that were introduced back at Impel Down, and they were
There was
guaranteed awakened Zoans. The difference is those Zoans were that over their Zoan side overtook or took over, hence why they are awakened, but they're dumb. But with Lucci's situation,
he actually got over it.
yeah, he was able to go beyond that and was able to have both his mind, body, and will to be in sync, and hence why he has this similar smoke ring to Luffy. Luffy having that Looney Tune bug out eyes and stuff. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract you. Don't underestimate me. I saw his attack coming, moron. If you saw it, why didn't you dodge it?
Well, the page below it does show that he was trying to block.
Oh, I
It's
saw
just
it.
that-
I saw it. I blocked it. Oh, you're tough, but I need you out of the picture. You outrank us in command hierarchy. Ooh.
Yeah, he may have outranked him, but he is not outranked with the command chip.
Sorry, what was that?
He, CP0 may have actually outranked Sentomaru, but Sentomaru is still higher priority with the chip.
Yeah, because he's still alive. Because he was hoping that he was able to take out Sentomaru so that the command chip or the obedience chip, would be in effect because Sentomaru is no longer in the picture. But as of right now, that ain't the case.
No, I was trying to insult Lucci.
Well, it's kind of insulting already on his end because, again, as much as we know that Sentomaru is strong, we expected Lucci to have one-shot Sentomaru from last chapter. Kind of. As long as you're conscious, we can't use the Seraphim. Gomu! Booming white! Kanji use means...
white, but kind of sounds like a classic dawn. So grand moments, it sounds like dawn.
So white. This
is a
booming dawn.
No, it's a double meaning word. So we'll just wait for their the Viz's interpretation of the translation.
Interesting.
Because kanji's very intricate and very. There's a lot of meanings with kanji. That's a good thing.
Interesting. So Gomu no booming white. It kind of reminds me of the whip move.
It was a whip. He's just basically turning himself into a spring that he spins like a tornado.
Booming white whip. Ah, okay. Cool. Wah! I can't slow down. Oh my god, Luffy's just having a lot of fun. He ain't even serious against Lucci, man. Hurry, Luffy.
No, he actually it's not that he's not serious. It's actually his emotions he's in a state of euphoria.
Yeah, hence the form.
Yes. I was trying to explain that don't think that he's not serious because he actually reacts that he was trying to get through, but he wanted to do some new moves, testing his fruit as much as possible. And now he can't even control. He's now even sinking to the ground.
Let's see here. Whoa! I can't slow down.
He's like,
Lucci, hurry, Luffy. We've got to go. Hurry, Luffy. We've got to get to Vegapunk fast if we have any hope of saving this kid. I spun too hard. I can't stop.
Yeah, if you check the next panel, he's sinking to the ground because of how powerful the spin was.
Very Looney Tunes. Very American cartoonish. Where are you going, Luffy? Take shelter in the factory. There you go. The Seraphims are acting the command, and that's S-Hawk fighting off the Cyberpol agents, the Cannon Fodder.
Everyone in the Marines are cannon fathers.
Say what?
Everyone in the Marines are cannon fathers, no matter what.
Yeah, and this is interesting. This is quite interesting. The way that what's this? The Jinbei Seraphim, S Shark is using this fruit of the fruit of
Senor Pink.
Yeah, Senor Pink. He's kind of using the shoulder throw, the Kyojin no Karate shoulder throw. You know how Jinbei uses Fishman Karate to manipulate like water, right? So it's just kind of like
manipulates the ground.
Yeah, because it's technically acting at like water with how Senior Pink's Devil Fruit works. So it's kind of like the perfect fruit for a fishman, if you think about it.
If he awakens that fruit, then that'll be way too useful because it means he can just phase himself to solid objects.
He's currently doing it now. That's pretty much what Senior Pink is doing.
But the thing is, it's only the floor. So I think when he gets awakened, that means he can go through walls and anything.
They're unstoppable, and if that isn't bad enough, we'd still lose if we found a way to destroy them. It's even more terrifying when you remember they're just children. Yeesh. Vegapunk, that's the power I'm talking about. The shrimpy version of Jinbei is using. It's the swim fruit, right? That power belongs to Senor Pink, my sworn brother from Don Quixote family. Only one person can have a fruit power at a time. So did he bite the dust? Oh, so you notice that man is currently an inmate at Impel Down. Huh? Wait, are you saying you made a copy of his fruit? So far, it's only been possible to manufacture Zoan fruits artificially. Whoa. Okay. Wait. Let me just pause the music here for a moment. Are we finally gonna get an explanation on this?
Yes, there are. Yes. Just read all below. I know you're getting excited. Let's just read a lot of it, then we can talk about it once we actually get the understanding of it.
Yeah, again, I understand it, but this is quite cool. So far, what we all know is Zoan fruits can be made artificially, hence the smile fruits. So now,
yes,
we can hopefully find or get a full-on explanation on how this works. So let's see. So far, it's only been possible to manufacture Zoan fruits artificially. There's also Caesar's smile fruit method. However, I consider that unacceptable. Yeah, he could die 1,000 deaths and it wouldn't be enough. Nami's still hating on freaking Caesar. I'm fairly certain that with unlimited resources, even special types of devil fruits can be recreated. However, I have yet to confirm whether such synthesized fruit can be awakened. Ooh. Okay. I tried my hand at Logias, but they were trickier than I expected. There's an alternative for paramecia types. I've found you can synthesize a blood additive from a paramecia user's lineage factor that will grant their powers once transfused. That's what you see running through. Oh, So that's what the bands are. I
Those are
call
not
it
bands.
I call it green blood. You're telling me you
Those
created
are
blood?
those are not bands.
Yeah, that's
The
sorry.
skin fell down.
Okay, okay,
Their
okay.
skin fell down, so they're not completely bio.
Mm, let's see. So. All right, let's look at this. So with Zoan, sorry, with Logias, it's a lot trickier. But with Paramecia users, what they just need is transfusion from a Paramecia user's lineage factor, their DNA, pretty much, that will grant their power once transfused. That's what you're see running through their arms. So in theory, I can just slice up someone's arm. In theory, make sure it's still fresh. Take a sample of their DNA and inject it into myself, and
No,
boom,
you need to. You still need to synthesize it with um, a lot of additives because it's more of that they took the blood, then they able to pump it from their body, and they able to create green blood out of it. So as long as that particular strain is running through their veins, that it's running. So we haven't actually got to the full process of what's going to happen. So this is actually an overpowered situation, which means that anyone with a good paramecia fruit, they could just mass produce them to create super soldiers. This is much more dangerous than the artificial fruit idea.
dude, I just thought of something. What if, because they can, if you think about it, they probably have it. Again, the possibility that they might have this. They might have an army of Ivas.
Possibly, yes.
Dude, think of a freaking army of people who can change you from man to woman and woman to man.
Yes, and
That's
that's also the
insane.
possibility. So they actually got Boa's blood. They got
Uh that's
Senior Pink because he was a prisoner. Yeah.
that's still something I need to check unless you've read ahead, but I'll try to follow. Uh if they have Boa's lineage factor, then that would kind of contradict in a way with what happened at.
No, Mike, no. For Snake's, her arm is the one that's been showing. So they got Boa's blood, and they gave it to her to synthesize it into green blood.
Yeah, I'm aware, but the my argument there is just one thing because prior chapters ago it was hinted, not even hinted, it was kind of uh not kind of, but was told by Oda through the chapter that the Marines went to Boa's island, again to capture her and all, but also to be able to get her fruit ability. Hence why also Blackbeard was there. Because Blackbeard on hundreds of chapters ago stated that rather than have the Marines have it, let's take it. And people were thinking, whose fruit is he after? Who is he after? And then come to find out chapters later that he was after Boa. He was after Boa's fruit. So the question here is now, is it because they only have a few amount of Boa's lineage factor, hence why they can't make more? Hence why they wanted to capture Boa during the time that they were trying to capture all the previous warlords, so that they can get their lineage factors for Vegapunk to transfuse. Because majority of the warlords were Paramecia users. Buggy was one. Boa was one. We don't know if Weevil was one as well, but Let's assume it's so. So that's interesting. You're telling me you created blood? Holy,
No, no,
okay,
no, it's
yeah.
not blood. It's plasma. Yeah.
Again, they use blood, so I'll go with what is translated for now. So, okay, so she does have Boa's ability. God
Yes,
dang,
because she had Boa's blood.
God dang. Seraphim are combination of my ideas. We all know that he has the freaking pawpaw fruit, and my God,
That's it.
the
That's it. He has the purple fruit and the Lunarian bloodline.
has the Lunarian bloodline, the Lunarian abilities, the
Yes,
what
and
our science can accomplish. They may very well go down as what? As the most powerful
small
beings
power.
in the history of the sea. Well, if you think about it, they kind of are, because they're literal Lunarians with devil fruits. So that's why the warless system was abolished. Do you have any idea what you've let loose? So they're basically just Navy weapons. Yes, and they pose a huge threat to us. What's that? Sentomaru, sir, are you still breathing? Please fall back. I assume that's Luffy that was sent to that wall.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lucci is still going after Sentomaru. Toru. I love Luffy's awakening. So entertaining. Oh my god. He turned giant again. Cool. Mugiwara. Oh, he literally used the chunks of rock and spit it out. Oh, look, it has spit on it. This is so entertaining because Luffy can just do whatever he wants with his ability now. Okay, he's using one of the pipes and turning it to rubberifying it. And what is he gonna do? Like a lariat? Are we going full on World Wrestling Federation on this one? Sorry, World Wrestling Entertainment. Come on. Sound effect for stretching. Oh hell no!
You still there? He's
You
gonna return for a moment.
you can't tell me that he made freaking glasses
Out of his
from it
hair.
out of his freaking hair.
Yes, he did. Come on, Mike. If he can turn pipe into a lariat, the only thing that he can't do is making Kagebunshin of himself. So for now, I've seen everything.
Bro.
He can
Bro.
just take a lot of things. He can, um, or should I say, anything that's about Gear 4 will be just cakewalk with Gear 5.
This is insane. He has matter manipulation to a to a higher degree. He
Not entirely, because he can turn things into the properties of rubber, but not into anything else. So it's just a different level of
I
matter
know.
manipulation.
I know, but the way I'm saying it is because we all know that he can rubify ground and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
with this situation, with what we're seeing right now on this panel that I'm on, okay,
Mm.
it shows that he can make anything if he
Well, he is
wants to.
he is the sun god.
So can we literally just can we literally say absolute already, like an absolute stamp on that Luffy's ability is not purely rubber anymore. We all know that, but it's imagination. Because that's the huge theory going around right now that Luffy's ability in Gear 5, his full potential is being able to do whatever he wants because his ability is imagination itself. He's imagination incarnate. Because he made freaking glasses out of, not out of thin air, but using his hair. But the way I'm seeing it, because that's his limitation as of right now with his powers. He thought, maybe I can make glasses out of my hair. Oh, I made glasses out of my hair. Or maybe in the far stretches of the story, he can just make anything out of thin air because it's imagination.
Well, not entirely, because you still need an actual object for him to transform it.
For now,
So,
again, because the way the explanation of the fruit is, it's only limited by the user's imagination. So this is the limitation of Luffy for now.
yeah. Yes, but let's not get ahead of yourself. Because I'm just basically seeing what he is actually showing. You're putting a lot of things right now that were not really there at the moment. So let's just focus on what's going on. So he can turn anything around him. He still needs a conduit, or he still needs an actual object for him to interact with. So if you see him taking off his hair and turning into glasses, he still needs to take out something a part of himself, or better, he could just take an object and he can transform it into anything what he wants. So he can completely transform matter, but he still needs to interact with the matter for it to happen.
Okay, let's see here.
It's
So Gomu no. Booming white.
Boing.
Okay, so for now, his moves, whenever he does his attacks or moves, it will still be Gomu no, but he'll have booming white between that and then rocket. Gomu no. Booming white. Rocket. Oh. Damn. Okay. What insane power. I'm losing consciousness. Can't hold on. Oh, poor kitty cat. Hurry. Oh, hurry. This way. The vacuum rocket is waiting. Hurry and get on. I'm giving them robot voices. I don't care.
no, they are not talking like robots.
I want to give them that. You have my gratitude.
No, they don't. They don't talk like robots. They just. It's weird for me because they have personalities.
Yeah, basing on the panel I'm looking at right now, they might. So let's see. You have my gratitude. It's nice to see such a kind version of Hong Hancock. You insolent dummy! I'm just following orders. Oh, that's adorable. T-minus 1 minute to take off. Take off? Take off? Take off where?
Rocket.
Yeah, I get it, but
They're
where?
riding rocket.
Please refrain from
Just follow the
trying.
panels.
Oh, please refrain
Board
from
last
trying to
minute.
board last minute. Straw Hat, I'm trusting you with Grandpa Punk. You got it. I'll get him off this island no matter what. Preparing for takeoff. Why so fast? Incredible. Huh? Where are we? Where's Vegapunk? You've come to stay calm. We're in a vacuum rocket. And who the hell is this supposed to be? Oh, Luffy went back to his shriveled self after Gear 5, which makes sense because last time he went to Gear 5 against Kaido, this is what he ended up being. It's a long story. It's a long story. That's Luffy, but let's save the explanations for later. Yeah! The approximate journey time from the Fabio Stratum to the Labo Street. Okay, so the rocket Okay, so it's not a rocket. It's just a rocket that would bring them to the
In a
top of
tube.
Egghead Island. I was excited for a moment. They're gonna go to the moon. All right, 32 seconds. Okay. Inside the lab, we have reached we have reached your destination. Okay. We have reached your destination so quick. All subsequent flights have been canceled. The Frontier Dome has been fortified. Intruders have infiltrated. Be on high alert. To all lab workers, please remember to barricade the factory shelters properly. You have to hand it to him. Vegapunk couldn't ask for a better bodyguard. This is a real pity. Sentomaru. Our orders are to wait for the Marines. If we wait too long, they'll get away. They seriously want you dead. Isn't that a waste of the government for the government? You're the smartest man in the world, which is true. And would you rest easy if you thought such intellect may turn against you? Not that I ever intended to do so, mind you. Oh yeah, I suppose it would make sense to snuff out the potential liability like you. How can you talk about snuffing someone out like that? An emperor's crew showing up just as things come to a head. What a stupendous twist of fate. Yes, fate.
Serendipitous.
Fate again.
It's serendipitous. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What a serendipitous twist of fate. So you really want to come aboard our ship? Talk about a heavy cargo. I'm all for it.
Okay. Oda can't make up his mind.
Wait, let's see. I'm all for it. I'll show you, General Frankie and the Sunny. Are you ever gonna unbind our feet, you senile geezer? Wow, where are we? Quick, Dr. Atlas needs medical attention and repairs. Who was talking? Oh, someone else. Okay. We'll leave her to you.
Yeah, they have the crew.
Where are you going, Bonnie? Heck, definitely to kill someone. I'm going to make Vegapunk turn my dad back to normal. If he refuses, he's a dead man. Remind me to never make you angry. I'm assuming that's Chopper. Block off every exit. Okay, so they now have the Seraphims on their side because again at the prior panel we see that Sentomaru has been taken out. Okay. So the Seraphims are now under the CP9 or CP0's command. Block off every exit. Roger. There are 6 Vegapunks left, including the real one. Yeah, but that defense system of theirs sure is a tough nut to crack. I don't care. I won't let a single one of those rats scurry off the island. Like hell that would happen.
Did you notice one thing?
What?
Did you notice one thing?
What?
Look at Uma.
Yeah. Wait, let me go back at the top when Kuma was shown, just for a moment.
No, the previous chapter shows him as an adult with black hair. Now he's now a child.
He was never an adult.
That's correct.
He was never an adult.
The previous chapter shows he was an adult.
No, he wasn't.
No, he was.
No, he wasn't. I can go to the prior chapter. There was Kuma,
Yes.
the normal Kuma that was on the new Kama land, and this was Kuma. That the previous chapter shows the Kuma Seraphim as a child.
Yeah.
I'm looking at last chapter.
Yeah, the one from the chapter before that.
The chapter before that. What do you mean? Which chapter?
The mistake.
The
mistake.
Dude, that was a long time ago. We all know that Oda made a mistake about the hair.
Okay.
We all know that, and
I did not. Okay.
He even mentioned it before.
Okay, but now I notice that he looks like much more like a child now. So.
Okay, cool. Well, he admitted that there was a mistake about the whole hair thing because all Seraphims has to have white hair, right? So he admitted that. So he fixed it on the volume, the next volume. So moving forward, it should be white hair now. And looking here. Oh. Okay, so well, we got Kizaru literally incoming. Oh my! So the Straw Hat crew has allied itself with Vegapunk. On paper, that should make for a straightforward escape. But boy, are they in for a surprise. If they think it'll be easy, we'll proceed as planned. Get as many warships as possible to Egghead. So we're gonna get another Buster call.
Mm.
Based on what he's saying, get as many warships as possible. We're getting another freaking Buster call. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, okay. I'm just looking around the chapters. Okay, that's pretty much shadowing, so I can't fault anyone for that. Still has white hair, so yeah. All right. Wow. This this the whole situation with Luffy being able to create freaking glasses or goggles out of his hair, that was insane. That was insane. Because we were all under the impression during the Kaido fight that he can just rubify things, but he can't, make things out of other things. But this is interesting. This is amazing. This is literally emphasizing that imagination is the limitation. And yeah, sorry to say this to a lot of Lucci fans. Luffy low diffs Lucci. Lucci has
Um.
Lu-
Okay.
do, you
Can
don't
you hear
agree?
anything? No, no, no. Can you hear anything? I'm just hearing the sound of silence.
Crickets. They're literal crickets.
Oh, Mike, even the crickets don't bother. Oh,
Because it
come on,
was an
look at this.
argument. It was an
Luffy.
argument like last chapter because they had that brief clash, a brief clash or recreation of the clash they had at Impelled. No, not Impelled Out. Ennis Lobby. They were thinking, "Oh my God, Luffy is equal to Luffy." Hell no.
Look at this. The thing is, Luffy is actually doing what he can to make sure that Lucci didn't die, because that alone would have killed him.
Yeah, because
That
look,
blow alone.
the one punch that Luffy did to him. What insane power! He was losing consciousness.
He was already rupturing his organs.
Yeah, and this is the second hit that Luffy gave Lucci throughout this fight that we've seen. The first one was last chapter, the Gomu Gomu no mole pistol, where he punched the ground and ricocheted his fist to the other side, having a literal ground punch hitting Lucci. And then now, Gomu Gomu no rocket version of Gear 5 knocks, technically, if you think about it, takes out Lucci. This
Mm.
is insane. To the people who thinks that Lucci is Yonko level, you need to evaluate your life decisions.
If I'm going to give them a voice, they're just gonna tell you that oh come on, this is just the initial chapter. But unfortunately, we're going to see a Buster Call.
Hey, you should have given those people's the voice of fortunately, it's just another chapter. Oh, God.
Oh come on, Kaku's already a coward.
Yeah.
They need the help of the Seraphims if they want to get even with Luffy. And the thing is, let's just say if Luffy is out of the picture, then yeah, some of the other guys have already difficulty with the Seraphims, unless if they have their new
Hey,
power ups.
question. and this is literally a an observation of the
Mm,
second to the last no the last page, literally the last
panel.
page, the spread where CP0 is with the seraphims.
Mm,
Can you look at it again?
yeah.
Am I
So everyone
seeing
is there.
things? Am I seeing things, or is Boa and Mihawk Seraphim, S Snake and S Hawk, they're huge.
I think that's just perspective.
You sure?
Because if you look at Mihawk, he was actually supposed to be at the front.
But look at the Boa Seraphim. She is clearly behind that agent.
If she is huge, that may depend because how big was Jinbei?
Jimbei's big as hell. But the regular size Jimbei when she was what so no so not she. When he was a kid, he was size of a kid, a sizable kid. It's not he wasn't this big when he was a
So
kid.
The Jinbei Seraphim is as big as the actual Jinbei.
Yes. Because another thing that came to mind, because we all know that the government has been trying desperately to make giants, right?
Mhm.
So when S Shark showed up, when S Shark was introduced, he was shown to be huge than the regular Jimbei kid version. So there were already talks going around that they might have used the gigantification method with the seraphims. Hence why we
Oh,
see baby Kuma, S Bear, looking as tall as a freaking regular Kuma.
yeah, I think it's much more easier for them because they're essentially cyborgs.
Can we say
So
that they're chimeras?
no, a chimera is supposed to be a mix of different animals. This is just basically um, dudes with wings that were given cybernetic parts, so they're common riders.
Henshin. Oh my god! If Vegapunk gave them like a second stage form where they literally transform, that would be amazing.
I doubt that it may not happen because we still haven't seen the full potential of these things, or possibly they may going to, if they're going to use the warlords, then they may going to have an idea of creating emperors as clones.
That's possible, especially with the with that with Kaido, because Kaido was imprisoned or was
He just sank in the lava.
no. I'm talking about prior when he was still renegade. It wasn't even a pirate yet, but when he was still against like the government and stuff, or when he was trying going against his kingdom and stuff, he was arrested by the world government or by the navy several times during the introduction after Dressrosa. Remember, it was stated that he was captured several times by the Marines and Yonkos. So he wasn't undefeated. One thing I'm curious about the cover the cover story. The cover story.
Mhm.
Uh, do you see Judge's eyebrows?
I think that's a mistake.
Maybe, or they're just freaking thick. They still swirl, but they're just thick.
No, when I say it's a mistake, I think someone made an outline. So instead of the perfect swirl, it became thick eyebrows.
Thick swirl eyebrows.
Yeah, because you
I,
can see there's a swirl, and if people were going to tell you that it's a different person, um, then I would tell that Caesar Clown should be a different person.
yeah, true, true,
But
true.
that's clearly Caesar Clown.
Yeah, it's clearly Caesar. You know.
Or my only theory, my conspiracy theory is that this cover is made by an assistant.
Say what?
This cover is made by an assistant.
Oda just said, do this and that, and then yeah.
And weird that Vegapunk has a double chin.
And he doesn't have his tongue. Oh, he doesn't have his freaking tongue out.
No, because that was at the time when he couldn't, when he was still able to pronounce things. The only reason why he bit his tongue because he's trying to do a difficult word that made him bite his tongue.
Oh, a lot of people will be so not pissed, but would be kind of annoyed with Oda because there are people who didn't like the design of Vegapunk having his tongue out.
It just reminds me of what happened with Naruto because it's a similar situation. Well, not because of the tongue, but a lot of people, when they thought about the ancestor, Naruto's ancestor, they thought of him as an ikemen or a handsome dude. But when you actually see his face, he's an old man, and a lot of people were doubling the fan art that he is a handsome dude. So in this kind of situation, people expected him not to have a huge head or the Albert Einstein reference, but instead more like the usual doctor design that Oda does, because he always has a specific design while making when he's making scientist characters. And right now, this is usually the Oda thing. When you see an Oda silhouette, don't trust the silhouette. People should be learning that for 20 years. Oda keeps on doing this. He always makes silhouettes that are completely different from the character is going to look like. So people should expect that. And I don't like people telling me that, but this design fits. Oda will always change his mind. Just don't give me that BS to other people. He always does that. My only concern is why does Caesar had horns?
He has horns. That's another thing I was
That's not
about to bring up.
noticeable.
That's another thing I was about to bring up because if you remember Punk Hazard, there are a lot of people there with the same horns as Caesar, and that also begs the question: what race are they?
Frieza's sound-alikes.
Because if you remember, there is another character that was introduced during the East Blue that has similar horns.
Well, for now, we don't have full information.
Yeah, because that's one of the other races that hasn't been explored yet by Oda. But has been like provided some information, some of the races from data books and Vive card stuff. But I don't think this was ever mentioned. Let me take a look here. But just to clarify, the person I was talking about that had the same horns was the shipwright that was taking care of Kana, the one who gave the Straw Hats their first ship, the Going Merry.
Okay.
Do you remember that character? If not, it's fine.
No.
No, okay, it's fine.
I
But his
did
name
not
is also
notice.
Mary for some weird reason.
Yes. Okay, so basically that's what the. Because I'm checking the
Oh,
information and
just to correct myself, the person that Mary was taking care of was Kaya, not Kana. Kaya, Usopp's
Kaya.
lover or love interest.
Mm,
Yeah, there's no information about his race. Interesting. Okay, so
We just
far this is
everything
a
that's horns.
yeah, so far this was a very good chapter. A lot of things happen. A lot of information has been somewhat clarified, but also still leaving us with a lot of questions. Same Oda thing, same One Piece thing. He answers, but ends up giving us more questions than answers. Like the paramecia thing. So paramecias can have paramecia fruits can have multiple users just by blood transfusion. Now, again, I know that you need to add some additional stuff,
Well,
as you mentioned, right?
that is still, yeah, that is still blood transfusion, because when you say it needs an additive, because those are cyborgs, so they don't have actual organs. So what happens if you put it on an actual human?
Person.
That's the next question. That's the
Yes.
next question. That's
Yes,
the next
that's a good
question.
question. Because the bodies of the seraphims are. Oh, 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 oh. That might be it. Again, this is just speculation, right? Because it's right now. It's speculation time. So on this the way I see it, because we all know that the seraphim's body, sorry, not seraphim, the Lunarian's body, right, are very tough. They're known to
Yes.
have bodies that are made to survive any environment, any and all
Well,
environment.
they're space people for they are space people.
Yes, that's correct. Again, theory, by theory, they are space people. But going back to their body composition, maybe the reason why they use Lunarian DNA to make seraphims is that because of the whole ability situation, the devil fruit for paramecias and other stuff, right? Because
Mhm.
we all know that a devil fruit there can only be one person to have a devil fruit. You can't have two devil fruits at a time, except for Whitebeard so far. Sorry, Blackbeard so far. Now the question with that is if that is the situation, maybe the Lunarian body composition, the way it's structured, because they're made to survive anything, they're able to survive the transfusion.
Mhm. Yes, and
And not
we
normal
still
human beings
haven't
can
really
do
seen
that.
it.
That's my assumption.
We still haven't really. We still haven't seen them doing fire powers yet at this moment.
Here's one thing that also makes me a little curious. Because Vegapunk said it's a lot trickier to manipulate or replicate a Logia's ability, but he was able to replicate Kizaru's lasers.
No, that's because that's not exactly a fruit ability. It just means that he found a way how lasers work.
That's that's absolutely possible. It's not plausible. It's absolutely possible that that is the situation. But here's the thing. He
Mhm.
said that replicating a Logia is trickier, but he didn't say he wasn't able to do it. So the question now is, whose freaking fruit did he replicate? Which Logia did he replicate?
Until we actually see it, I don't think the laser defenses are made by one person, or they require a person to do that.
So you think that he
Yeah,
replicated Kizaru's fruit?
he replicated the laser method because he had all the information that he needed, so he could actually research on how the laser works. And since he has unlimited access to marine information, And I can't say that doubt that he has Logia test subjects because he does need test subjects. So he already had the admirals. They can actually he can get the information from them, so he could just replicate the lasers. Because here's the thing, he said fire. You could just make a flamethrower or creating ice, and you could just make ice bombs. The reason why he said it's trickier, it means that he can replicate a said ability, but not a said person or fruit. Because you can't just attach a person and they will going to do the lasers. No, it's more of he doesn't really need Logias because if you look at it, it's such a low priority for him. It's very low priority because he prefers Zoans or Paramecias.
because they're a lot easier.
Yes, but at the same time, why bother having a fire dude if Lunarians can make fire? Or you could just make laser guns.
Well,
And Luffy already proven that.
here's one thing I can say to that. Uh, prior chapters during the Egghead arc, it was mentioned by Lilith, the other Vegapunk, right? That the main source of energy of Egghead Island is heat, flames. So
Mhm.
they are exploring another source of energy, so that they can make a sun of their own. So having a Logia, the Logia of Ace, or in this situation Sabo, it would be a big step for them. Because here's one thing that comes to mind.
Well,
Sorry.
yeah, but that's not their intention at the moment because what
Well,
actual, let's just say,
well,
Vega.
going from last week's chapter, or sorry, not the prior chapter 1069. I would say that that is the main priority of Vegapunk right now, because he is wanting to go out to sea with the Straw Hats to look for the similar or the same source of power, sorry, same source of energy as the Void Century. So he's really after an energy source as of the moment. So that's what he wants. Hence why he wants to escape the clutches of the Marines or the Boer government. Because for one, he's already researching on taboo topics that are relating to the Void Century. So,
Yes, yes, but oh, okay, because that's what I'm trying to get through is that he wanted to get the energy, but it doesn't mean that it's the devil fruit. You don't need a devil fruit to go for that kind of energy because that was way common during the void century, which means it can be easily synthesized.
true, true, true. I'm just saying that it
So
would be probably another step into making another option for power until they find
okay,
that.
no, but the thing is, the problem is that defeats the purpose of what actual what Vegapunk wanted, because when Vegapunk wanted energy, he wants something that he can actually easily control. Because if you're going to use one person to do the energy process, that's just going to defeat the purpose of what he actually looks for is something that is just easily commodable
Why?
rather than relying on cloning.
Well, here's one thing. He doesn't need another person to eat the fruit. He can just make another seraphim to do that.
Yes, but if you actually look at the robots, they don't need a person. They actually just need a pilot. They just need a an energy source. So it's just basically the cannon from the sky.
What are you
And right
talking about?
now, the cannon from Im's
So
super weapon.
you've jumped to something else completely. We're talking about an energy source here. We're talking about the fruit of Ace and Sabo being used by Vegapunk to create a literal sun.
Yes, but the thing about it is he wants to look the same energy source that doesn't rely on a person or a devil fruit.
Again, I understand that he's looking for that. I'm just saying that there is another option that they can use temporarily while he's looking. Hence why I was saying, hence what I was trying to hint on, because if you remember, Sabo's fruit came from the Colosseum, from Doflamingo's country, right? Doflamingo had the Mera Mero no Mi. Where did he get it? How did he get it?
A transaction.
Yeah, a transaction with who? My guess on it is that it was with the world government. It was with the Marines, but Don Quixote do Flamingo either intercepted it, took it, or bought it. Now, another option is that he had it because Lilith sold it to him. Lilith, the other Vegapunk, the evil Vegapunk, because Lilith was very greedy. She is pretty much the evil incarnate of Vegapunk. So I do see the potential of Lilith or the Vegapunks having or was supposed to have the Mera Mera no Mi, but because Lilith was Lilith, he sold it to Vegapunk for more resources. That's again, just throwing out theories out the wazoo. So far, chapter is pretty good. Can we? I'm sure we both agree the chapter was pretty good this week. Next week is another break, and then another chapter will come out. It's all because of the whole holiday situation in Japan with Shueisha. So again, Oda deserves his breaks, except for one person that we don't like. We all know that. So for now, thank you. Thank you, Sean, for joining me for this week's chapter. Hopefully, you can join us again next week. Oh, sorry, not next week, the following week. So we can see what happens at chapter 1071. And for now, thank you, peeps. Thank you, all my fellow Nakamas, for watching and joining us for today for this live reaction for another epic One Piece chapter. So far, everything is literally culminating, and it seems to be going full pedal to the metal. The arc is about to end. Do you feel the same way, John? Like the arc is culminating to its end already?
There's still a little bit more.
But it is nearing its end already, right?
I
Because I don't
really
see.
think so. Because yeah,
Because the way I feel it is that this is similar to Zoe, where there's really no fights that will happen as much. You know, there's really little to no fights or skirmish that will happen. There'll be, again, minor skirmishes just like with Lucci versus Luffy, but it's not going to be like a full-on fight. And Kizaru being there, I think he'll just end up like being a Jack, where they'll destroy maybe Egghead Island. As in, the one, you know what? I'll put out another theory. The way that the Straw Hats will be able to get away with the Vegapunks or several of the Vegapunks is that the Vegapunks themselves will destroy Egghead Island by self-destruct.
I can't say for sure until we see it.
Yeah, true. But I'm again throwing it out there. We're gonna get a self-destruct situation where a lot of the Marines' ships will be destroyed. Definitely the main characters or the main villains will be alive, like Kaku, Lucci, Kizaru, and all that shit. But at the end of the day, they will get away. The question here is, are they gonna be able to get away with Vegapunk, the main Vegapunk, or will the main Vegapunk die and they'll end up with Shaka or the other Vegapunk, the clones? That's my that's one thing that I'm curious about. Because I would rather want, nah, you know what? I'd like Vegapunk, the Vegapunk, to be with the Straw Hats for the time being. You know, being the Kinemon of the whole story, the VV, the Kinemon of the story. But would I want the real Vegapunk to be with them, or would I rather want some of the other Vegapunks to be with them? Because I can see Lilith like betraying the punks and joining the world government for money, like Mr. Krabs.
Money, 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 money.
I can see it happening. But again, I'm not Oda. You're not Oda. We're not Oda. He's always playing freaking tricks. When we think that they're going left, he's gonna go not right. He's not gonna go straight. He's not gonna go down. He's gonna go somewhere else or everywhere else. Jesus. But again, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. I'll be putting out another video about this. Not about this, but the same video, just more edited. Hope you guys are entertained. And yeah, John, any last words?
All I can say is goodbye, good night, good evening.
Okay. All right. Well, again, same with what Sean said. Thank you very much. Have a great week. Have an awesome weekend ahead. Keep smiling, and too sweet to all of you. Cheers.